We are in Ann Arbor. I'm assuming because I see UM stuff everywhere. So I'm just assuming I'm near University of Michigan. We're here for a little bit, well the bus is at least, because we can't get to the venue. This is one of the We the Kings sideshows that we were doing, because as every tour, We the Kings doesn't know the definition of day off. Well actually this tour we've had more days off than I think any tour that we've ever done. I can't stay on the bus because I got this, okay, so there's a thing called bus cough, okay? And it's usually because you're enclosed with like 10, yeah, I think we have 10 people, 9 people on our bus. The second you get off of it, it stops. I think it's just like the recycled air thing. A lot of times I just get off just to get off the bus.
We had to get out of the house because Indy had to get some sleep. Our neighbors on both sides are getting work done in their house, and it's like making the dogs crazy, and it's super, super loud. I wanted to take Remy somewhere because we were kind of in the house all day yesterday. So we're coming to this place called Great Explorations. We went here a really, really long time ago. I'm hoping it's gonna be up for age range because I genuinely don't know. I don't remember. So I feel like Remy is becoming a big kid and I really don't like it. But we just got here and we're going to go have a little fun today, indoors. Indoor fun, because Florida, you know?
Wait, is that actually summer camp?
No, you're not going to summer camp. We're just gonna go play here.
Good.
That's Sunken Gardens right there.
I have never been to summer camp.
I know.
What are those?
Bikes.
You can borrow?
Yeah.
My favorite store now. They actually, we layered the entire stage last time, so I gotta call Thor and see if he needs some.
Now this is called a whoosh bottle. A whoosh bottle. Does anybody know why I'm evaporating this alcohol? Can I get a couple hands? Does anybody have any idea why it might be called a whoosh bottle? Any ideas? Over there in the middle, what do you think? Because it's really big? That's a good guess. Any other ideas? Why do you think? She got there eventually, so she said I can make some chemicals in here with water to make a big whoosh sound. Wow! What do you think? Was that a good whoosh sound? Yeah! Alright!
I forgot how cool this venue was. I remember taking photos in here. That means there's a wall around the corner where it looks just like this. Very similar to the one in New Zealand. Yeah, I remember this very vividly. I remember taking a photo right there. I do remember this.
You definitely do pictures in here.
Yeah, 100%, like right in that corner. I remember 100% we took photos. Because this was over there.
We should use this corner.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check the other. We could try both. I'm taking a little walk around the city because I'm trying to remember the things. We were here like 12 years ago. I think it was 12 years ago. So after 13 years, this place is still here. I did not think it was going to be. And it reminds me of the one in New Zealand where they actually leave spray paint so you can actually do it yourself. I remember JJ and I doing that a long time ago.
Breaking news. Remy is now hiding. There she is. No, she's not. There she is. There she is. Lane, back up. Get in the news. There's Lainey. She's in the news. Pretend like there's a hurricane. What are you going to do? There's wind everywhere. Watch out for the wind. It's everywhere. Oh my gosh, there's crazy wind. Oh wait, now ready? Stand back up. There's a tornado. What is a tornado going to make you do? It's going to make you twist. Keep twisting. Twist, Remy. You're in a tornado. Twist. Twist. The news is coming. It is raining, Remy.
This is really pretty though. Actually, I've been trying to talk about this. This is like the third or fourth time I've actually recorded it because I wasn't really sure how to approach it based on what's going on right now in the world, specifically in the United States. These videos are kind of like a diary, a time capsule, if you will. I've done it for almost every single thing. If I didn't do what I'm going to talk about, I would feel like I didn't do my job or hold what I want to do in these videos. So I just want to address and implore people to have basically have compassion. Right now, there's no compassion with what's going on, and it's killing me to watch. Watching people, you know, get ripped from their kids, literally having their kids testify with translations and have no idea what they're doing, like kids Remy's age, has been killing my heart right now. And I know people are really worried about the immigration and coming over illegally and the aliens. I feel that's very condescending. I also realize the need for that kind of stuff. Like, I'm not oblivious. I know Biden and Obama probably deported over 100-something million people together. So I get it, I understand the need, but when that happened, I don't think you guys heard anything about the violence or the way it was handled. It's deplorable how it's being handled. There's a right and a wrong way to do things, and I think right now it's incredibly the wrong way, and I feel like we're on the wrong side of history with this stuff, because whether they come here illegally by a plane, a boat, they tumble out of a car, it doesn't matter. They are still human beings. For me, that's enough to have compassion. People are coming over for a better life, and unfortunately, we're treating them worse. And I know a lot of people say, oh, they're coming over illegally, and I get it. Like, I'm not oblivious. We are all immigrants. Unless you're a Native American from here, we're all immigrants. Technically, we're all here on stolen ground, if you want to get real technical. But if you think about our immigrant, like fathers and forefathers and great-grandparents, and they're like, oh, we did it legally. Yes, you know why? Ellis Island made it easy for immigrants in mass droves to come and do that. They didn't have to do all the hoops that we are putting all these people in, like, through. I think a lot of people are also missing the fact that they pay in billions of dollars. I think it was like $4 billion in Florida alone, and they don't get that money. You guys know that, right? All that money they're putting in, they don't get it. So I don't understand that thing. I also don't understand deporting and doing all of this stuff, bringing the Navy, the Marines, the National Guard, Coast Guard, all these people, they're not coming for free. They're not on vacation. This little thing that we're doing, costing us, taxpayers, you, over $140 million. $140 million is coming out of your pocket and my pocket to solve a situation or put a Band-Aid on a situation and put violence out on the street. It just, to me, it just doesn't make sense. There's definitely a way to do it. And I feel like us as a country, we're doing stuff that's pretty fucked up. I mean, it's hard to really deny. I want to understand sometimes with people, and I hope that people are willing to understand and think and not just let this go and be passive, because I feel like a lot of people are very passive with this, and that's not the right way, because if you're passive, things will never change, and it'll get worse and worse and worse. At the end of the day, these are human beings. These aren't items. These are real families. These are families that have kids at school and that they're taken randomly. Kids, think of it this way. I think about my kids and Allie's kids, and it kills me, because if she went to school and for God reason, like, taken away without letting anyone know, she and them would come home to no family at all, with no direction on what to do, and then the state would have to make them go through. So I don't even know what the state's making them do. It's messed up, and we can't let it happen. We have to do what we can to make this work in a non-violent way, because even bringing these troops, I don't know if you've seen all the photos, every news organization, not just like CNN, MSN, you know, whatever, all those, everyone says fake news, are posting photos of these troops, these Marines coming in droves, like we're paying for it, like I said, and then they have no adequate sleeping positions. So they're just sleeping on the ground. They're sleeping on the ground. If you're a religious person, you believe in forgiveness, you're forgiven, and you read the Bible, there is no way. I find it very, very hard to believe. If you were at those pearly gates and you said, I did this, I feel like it'd be a very hard, convincing thing to go, because in my opinion, the things that a lot of religions accept and forgive are completely not even equivalent to the severity of just coming to another country to find a better life. Still contributing, still giving taxes, Social Security, still doing all that stuff. They just so happen to not have the papers. The worst ones are the ones where they're getting taken as they're doing the proper stuff. So the second they go in there to try to do their court dates, they're getting taken before, taken. I feel like that's so, it's weird to say that, and sent to another country, to another country's prison. It's weird. It's just weird. But they're trying to do it. They're trying to do it the correct way. But they're not being allowed, because the second they get near it, they're obviously not citizens at the time because they're in the process. They're taken away before they even get the chance. Before, we all got the chance. When we came, our ancestors came many tens of years ago, or hundreds of years ago, tens of years ago, definitely hundreds of years ago. So all I'm trying to say is do better, guys, do better. Remember, these are human beings, these are families, these are loved ones, these are children, these are people, they're not items. And I'm getting so annoyed to hearing how they're talked about, and it's really pissing me off. If I'm being completely, I'm not even kidding. I've had to film this video, this clip, for 2 days. I've had to do it over and over again for 2 days because I wanted to make sure I articulated my thought process, and I hope I did too, because my goal right now is to just hopefully provide a way for somebody to accept compassion, whether or not they came to land illegally or not. I don't know. I feel like I got my voice out there, and I know Allie feels the same way, and a lot of people do, and that's very inspiring and hopeful. Those who don't agree, cool, that's fine. But can you at least look at these people with compassion as a human being, as a family, as a child? That's all I want. Can you please do that and stop referring them as aliens and demeaning things like that? You gotta admit, that's kind of fucked up, right? That's pretty fucked up. Because they're people. They're people. We're all people.
Say cheese! Whoa! You guys are so high up there! Hi!
I brought everyone back so we can take some photos.
There's a palm tree in that one.
I'm sure that's a palm tree.
Oh, no, yeah, no.
That's a palm tree. This is a different type of palm tree. A happy palm. No idea how they did that. But they win. Everyone. I love finding, I can't believe after 13 years. This right here is the original photo with metadata from 13 years ago. I'm glad it's still here, to be honest with you. Just bouncing everywhere.
Yeah, I did a couple too.
I think we got some good ones. Now we got to rush Tony back to do his job. Double job. One's on the bus right now, and we got new clean sheets, which is the best thing to do when nobody's on the bus, because it just becomes a mess trying everything we can to get out of people's way. But oh yes, I have gummy bears in my bunk. I'm a child. Okay. Gummy bears, not gummy worms. Sorry, I screwed up. Look how clean it is. Allie would be proud, and she'd probably say, why don't you do that at home? I already know it.